So, we are now, how many? 10 and a half hours into this session that I said was going to be super short on Wednesday.
Famous last words.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
No plan survives contact with the players. No session schedule survives contact with really shitty rolls.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, they weren't all shitty rolls. It was just sometimes really good rolls countered with even slightly better rolls.
Yeah. Anyway, so at this point we have to catch everybody up in YouTube land on what the fuck happened for the last couple of hours. Well, when Josh had to switch from being at home to being at work and all that crap. The summary that these four are going to give to Commander. So what we decide, what's kind of going to happen here is you guys get into the conference room and you guys turn on little webcam crap or whatever they have so that when they are running one of these teleconferences and shit, they can see you guys. You just kind of turn that on and you press the record button on one of the tablets and stuff, and so there you go. We've got Bindweed and Digger and Frida and Raziel sitting there on one side of this table, looking at the camera, just recording their after action report for Commander. And with that, go.
So Digger's sitting there with a bag of chips. And he kind of taps the camera. He's like, "Are you sure it's on? Sure. Is it on?"
I knew that joke was going to come out somewhere eventually. It was going to happen.
I don't know. I'm just hungry, man.
Raz is sitting back in his seat, just arms crossed, looking kind of cranky. He still has his armor on, helmet off though.
Frida's in her street clothes and looking uncomfortable at doing this.
Bindweed's probably just standing back behind everyone, trying to be unobtrusive.
So now that we're on part 3 of this thing, let's wrap up from the moment the snake came out of the portal to baseball. We'll call it baseball.
Sure. So, giant snake,
I
Hydra.
wouldn't have known anything before that anyway.
Specifically, the son of Orochimaru.
As it was called.
Yeah, the son of Orochimaru. Came out of the portal, fell into the hole, which I had made. But that didn't really stop it, considering it's like, I don't know, 50 feet long. And I only made a 30-foot hole. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it got out of the hole. After it got out of the hole, it proceeded to... I left to go pick up Trill, who had been trampled, and get her to a safe place, which I did. Set her up against the pallet in the corner of the street there. What were you guys doing?
We got many successful hits on the creature.
There were still a few of those big ones. German accent.
The undead.
There was...
Yes, you better remember that German accent.
Yeah.
You mean da?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Is the German. Da is actually Russian.
Oh, fuck. See, what a fucking European. I don't care.
That's your first problem. You're missing the letters.
See, that's why I can't do a German accent. Anyway, keep going. There was a bunch of big zombies.
I was actually about to hit one when her, Blue Bindweed, she came flying at me, and I catch her. And then I put her down, and then I hit the undead. And yeah, that went so far until the serpent came and well, then it went down very quick.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there to begin with, but I don't know. The news was saying there was like a dragon or something, and I thought I should maybe go and help. became a projectile,
And then Trill got donkey punched.
and then Trill got hit, and then the giant snake monster came at us, and I got
It was a-
poisonous.
It was a harsh brawl, but
I got really toxic. And,
I don't know. I don't know about you. I got some good hits on that thing.
I did as
I'm
well.
proud of myself.
But
I saw.
that didn't go anywhere because Frida got all glowy in her eyes.
Frida now suddenly looks very uncomfortable. Like, will not look at anyone in the face or at the camera.
Very fascinating skill that was.
And suddenly it was just listening to her. So yeah, I didn't need to do anything anymore.
At this point, with that situation resolved, it occurs to several members of us that we should probably go check the museum, considering that the silver lining over here had been on that, and now wasn't on that.
Yes, as I understand it, Trill said that Poultry Boy was supposed to be watching that, and he wasn't.
And, well, I think once we all looked that way, we saw there were some strange lights. Duh?
I didn't really get a good view until I got close because, magic, floating, tremor sense only detects things touching the ground. So I had no idea it was there until I popped up. The large portal ring and the upper ring. So I threw myself at the roof and landed there. That was a pretty good shot, too.
At this point, I actually didn't really do anything, so kind of it for me, I guess.
To keep it brief, we investigated the portals as we found out they were, and learned that the Dark Father was concealing himself in between them as he casted his spell.
Attempting to steal an entire city block is fairly bold.
You could almost say that he was really committing to the theatrics of it.
Yeah, something like that. So,
Exit,
at this point,
exit stage portal.
I did see a big light come from behind us and hit David Lopan. I mean, whatever his name was, the Dark Father.
Oh, that came a bit later.
As an out of character note for everyone listening into this, it's because I made it so that his character art is fan art of Lo Pan from Big Trouble in Little China. Double thumbs up because it's fucking awesome. Carry on.
Well, we saw through his concealment, and engaged is not really the right term, as he was being protected by a shield. And
you were certainly very determined to hit that shield with your hammer as many times as possible.
And I sent the serpent after it, and then it disappeared.
I was persistent because I knew that he was vulnerable in his position, and that he was much less of a threat than he ever would have been. If we had all been persistent. What?
We were requested by our team leader to retreat. Me and Lumen did so. Raziel remained resolute in hitting the shield.
I stand by my
Until Frida busted out that adaptive magic of hers and dispelled Lopan or Dark Fathers.
Josh, in character, you don't know that she has adaptive magic. All you know is that she can spontaneously suddenly just do random shit. For all you know, she's just got a whole bunch of powers.
He's guessing.
Oh. That's a hell of an inaccurate guess, then.
It is a hell of an accurate guess.
That's one of Tinker's superpowers, actually. Accurate guesser.
Well, let's face it, she keeps pulling out random powers she doesn't know she has. Either she is the person with the most powers ever to exist, period, or she's got something that's adapting to situations.
Mm, I don't know. I look at it and then it makes sense what I should do.
And then you have the
Hey,
power.
you want to know what works?
Also, Annie, look at your Skype.
It's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed of, trust me.
It happens to
she looks at
everybody in
him.
puberty.
She looks at him like, who do you think you are to be talking?
Wait, what did you just say?
He said it's nothing to be ashamed of, trust me.
Okay. So, after Frida managed to dispel the protections and portals that Darkfather had placed up, I affectionately called for Raziel to engage in a batter-up and surprise Rukined him back through the ceiling he just fell to promptly be hit by Lumen's blast and then shot through a building with Raziel's hammer. At which point, Jupiter arrived and proceeded to lay the unholy smackdown on the dead thing. I will remember these moves fondly and practice them in the Hollow Trading Room at a later date.
I don't think I could forget that
Personal
if I
notes.
tried either. Like, when he just kept snapping bones while he was talking to us so casually. It was really disturbing, actually.
And Frida now actually will interrupt and kind of forgetting that this is being recorded for a report. Do we always do things like this? Just beat
No,
them
that's the first time I've
senseless?
seen everyone. No, I think this is a special case considering, he's a lich and not a person. Well, he is a person, but he's an ex-living person
Yeah.
with regeneration.
To be fair, last time we just tied everyone up pretty good. There was no bone breaking. One guy got shot, but he was shot by one of his own guys. So
Digger turns to Frida and sets aside his bag of chips and kind of holds up his hands apart from one another and goes, "There's a spectrum, I think. like normally most of the stuff we deal with is over here, where we kind of just like single punch and then cuff. Grandfather's a little over here, which requires multiple punches."
I think we have different definitions. I mean, last time I was here, there was a volcanic dog beast thing. I seem
Oh, yeah,
not
the
to
lizard
come
dude.
on the. I seem to not come on the days that are quiet.
Apparently not. No.
Really don't.
Listen, Frida, get yourself some food. We'll go out on patrol. We'll stop a couple muggings, a couple purse grabbings.
No, no, I don't know.
Contextualize.
just like to say that you appearing for the big things has worked out really well so far. So
Yeah. This is true.
thank you.
This is true. If we ever have a big monster rampaging, we're definitely bringing you along.
She's now looking super uncomfortable.
Congratulations. Frida has now been marked into the friggin' power player of the team. It's like, you are our Deus Ex Machina. You are one of our big hitters. Congratulations.
Digger actually reaches over and pauses the recording for a minute. Oh my god, you're like a Viking chick, and we're hunting monsters. This is like out of a book or something. This is perfect.
This is my life.
Digger,
I mean,
It's
I
really
didn't want
true.
to be in the book.
Digger, I'd just like to point out that we all have unusual abilities. That's already kind of like a book or something.
Or almost like a
Comic
book.
Some kind
I know. Like, let's face it, we all are like comic book characters, but she's like a movie kind of a book.
Uh,
Like you'd see on the Sci-Fi Channel late at night.
Biodog
No, don't.
or Beodog, Beowulf.
Those movies are terrible.
Those movies are so cheesy. They're
Sci-fi
awesome.
makes
Don't you
good
even?
shows, but they do terrible movies, Digger.
but movies. Remember, she's from Germany. They don't have the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I am totally. We're
let
doing
him-
it.
Don't
We're
let him.
doing it.
No,
We're doing it.
don't let him do
He
it.
actually stands up and like throws
You'll-
one arm over Bindweed.
Swear.
We are doing it, and you're not arguing.
She's gonna be insulted.
This is
Ryan leans
getting
forward
kinda
and
rapey.
pauses the recording.
It's already been paused.
No, I say he unpauses it.
So it immediately just
No.
cuts. It just immediately cuts to Bindweed standing there with Digger with his arm over her shoulder. And he's just pointing at her face like, "We are doing it!" And there's nuts.
No, she's gonna be insulted if you compare her to those movies.
Did I just hear a beep of the camera turning back on?
What?
He looks over to the thing to notice it's on and blushes furiously, immediately unhands Bindweed and goes back to his bag of chips.
What is it?
I don't. Was that on the whole time?
No?
In
Who
conclusion,
turned it on? Why?
She points
Digger
at the guy
slowly
with the wig.
turns in his chair and glares at Raziel.
in conclusion, Darkfather was last in custody of Jupiter, and we are undertaking the mission of investigating his objectives.
Oh my god, Poultry Boy, are you serious? They know that! They were there! You need to turn it on just to tell them what they already know.
Well,
He said to
did
document
stay-
everything.
We did stay to clean up.
I guess,
I
yes.
suppose that's true. They didn't say to clean up. We helped clean up.
The whole.
After we made that conclusion, we came back to this base and we began recording this session.
Oh my god!
On that note, I would like to request a few days of personal time to go and fill in the holes that I made in the street, or at very least help the construction crews do so.
Oh,
It was my fault. I'll take care of it.
that's it as a mechanical thing. It's not going to take you a few days. Might take you a couple hours on the outside.
You think he wouldn't be like, no, guys, I'm gonna do this the normal way. Take a shovel and start.
I know he
That's-
would.
That would be when, like, the Germans would come up and be like, "You have better way. Do better way."
Do it. I
German
don't.
efficiency. Learn it.
You want to be here. I don't. If you want to get it done, get it the fuck done.
This is a scene that actually needs to happen.
I think we pretty much just summed it up, because then he would try and argue, and then Frida's gonna slap him on the back of the head, and then when he wakes back the fuck up,
When we readjusted his spine back into position.
then he's like, okay.
Do it right. And do it now.
See, every time you say say that again, Annie.
Do it right and do it now.
Tell me, everyone, that you don't see her with a riding crop rather than like a barda shape when she says that.
That's because of Eurotrip, and you know it. Anyway, so considering that the rest of the mission was at least summarized, Yeah, I mean, do you guys want to keep with the in character bullcrap, or are you wanting to call it? Because I know Damien, you need to go to bed.
I'll leave it up to the vote of the group.
Well, I've
Well-
been RP deprived for a very long time, so I could keep rolling, and I don't work tomorrow, so I don't give a fuck how tired I get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Digger reaches over and turns off the machine, and just kind of takes up the recording, puts it in the outgoing slot.
There. Now, if you want to tell them that they went back to the not watchtower, you can't because we're done. I can't remember what they called them. Stupid.
the headquarters.
The headquarters.
The moon base on the moon.
No, it's damn it, Josh. It's not on the moon.
The moon base, but it's not
Orbiting.
actually the moon.
It's orbiting the moon, despite the fact that that makes no fucking scientific sense. Because if it's capable of orbiting the moon, guess what? It's going to fucking fall to the Earth.
Science.
It's either going to hit escape velocity, or it's going to get stuck in Earth's orbit, or it's just going to fall to the Earth.
It's orbiting beside the moon.
Yeah, because the moment that it gets to the opposite side of the moon, like there's Earth and then moon and then space station. Guess where it's going?
To the Earth.
Fireball.
What if we just tie the station to the moon with a string?
9.
9. Honestly, I was going to suggest something similar, but with more technobabble. I was like, why don't you just use like a gravity tether? There's like a little station on the moon, and then there's a little station on the space station, and just gravity tethers it.
Because we have
Easily said.
all seen Return of the Jedi. We know how that goes.
You know, it's been so long since I've actually watched the prequels. I don't remember what happened in any of them except for I think the first one.
The prequels
You mean the
or the original?
prequels or the
Yeah.
first 3?
The prequels.
Good.
So episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Don't think
Okay.
I remember much about Empire Strikes Back either, though. Quite honestly,
Annie,
Luke loses
we
a
can't be
member
friends
and
anymore.
his body.
it's not that I've not watched them. I just
No.
don't remember them off the top of my head
Th-
right
those-
now.
Those aren't the prequels, though.
But
I know,
honestly,
but then I thought about it some more, and I'm like, oh, that
Oh,
one
okay,
either.
Gotcha. Okay.
so honestly, we're just gonna bullshit out of character. I should probably stop the broadcast.
Yeah,
I
Damien,
wouldn't
go to
mind
bed.
being in character.
Yeah, Damien, go to bed. Digger gets to go back to not hitting on bindweed, but by using phrases that in any other context would be hitting on bindweed, and Frida gets to continue being confused. And then tomorrow, we can go ahead and do non-recorded in-character stuff of Frida and Raziel sitting down and having their talk.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Damien, go to bed.
Bye.
Raz says, I need to bathe, and walks out, even though he probably doesn't need to bathe.
Oh no, he needs to bathe. He hasn't taken one since he got to Earth. He's
Okay.
pretty ripe.
Would he sweat? Would he sweat? Shit.
No,
No, he
that
wouldn't.
doesn't mean that he hasn't spilled things on himself.
True. Okay, so he doesn't sweat, he doesn't have a penis, he doesn't have a butt,
He does not have very many biological functions, no.
he doesn't have a belly button, probably doesn't have nipples either.
No.
No,
He has no nipples.
You
dude,
are the Ken
you are-
doll. Minus
you-
even the things that the Ken doll has.
You are a Ken doll with actual hair and wings.
No, the Ken doll I think actually might have a general physique of the pecs. Does he even have that?
He would have pecs because he has pectoral muscles. He does not have nipples.
I'm too lazy to go find an old Ken doll anywhere. So
That's about it. I mean,
yeah.
He's a Ken doll.
He's
probably-
an
with
element.
hair.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
He's got
He
the
might be
hair.
an angel. He might be an angel, but if we're going to talk in nerd terms, the more technical term is he is a good elemental.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was trying to
He's-
build it.
It's like a biological golem.
Yeah.
Except made of good.
So from now on,
Very
I'm going to
good.
call you Ken.
Another nickname is Stab.
No, wrong with these
He's
people?
got so many.
Turn off the goddamn podcast.
Another.
We don't have to. You just have to hang up. And I need to change your nickname.
Stop doing that.
Like what is he? He's let's see, he's Birdie and Silver Lining and Poultry Boy, and now he's also Ken.
Nickname must be 32 characters or less. Must be 32 or less characters long, so I cannot name him the brave little toaster named Ken.
Fuck you, I'm out.
Oh,
Good night.
now he's just
Good
brave
night.
little toaster named Ken. There, it works.
Good night.
Good night, Damien.
I hate you. Goodbye.
But anyway,
And we
so
got that all on recording.
it's beautiful. But anyway,
Okay.
so as far as where we were at, so Frida's pretty much sitting there like, the fuck are you guys talking about? What is this Sifi channel?
Sippy.
So no, like really. I think we should start. We need to start with something with Vikings, obviously. So let's see here.
That's gonna be
Vi-
even more insulting.
Vikings versus the Ice Trolls.
Dear, seriously.
Cultural sensitivity training
Uh,
coming right up.
But those are the old sagas.
Vikings versus the Fire Giants.
This is a saga. And for those of you who don't know, the sagas are the old oral traditions of storytelling.
Yep.
Like,
How about Ragnar versus Werewolf?
That was.
are these
No,
really shows?
Digger.
Because quite honestly, I've never heard of these.
No, I'm pulling shit out of my ass.
Okay, double checking. I'm like, because I
But I
can't put
think a
anything back
couple of them
by my-
are. I think a couple of them are real shows, but the last one I just pulled out of my ass.
Digger, no. If you really want to show her a sci-fi movie, show her Sharknado.
Sharknado? Not
Sharknado?
Sharknado?
No, that's
One of them is a
Sharknado,
copyright infringement.
That's ridiculous. Sharknado.
So by the way, guys, if you really want to go full tilt with this, I brought up the YouTube app.
Oh God, no. So Frida, what would I tell you if there was a movie about sharks getting launched from a series of volcanoes to attack major cities?
That sounds like the dumbest thing ever.
And that's the point. And it's
That's
so
kind
great.
of the point.
This now sounds like an even bigger waste of time if this is what they are actually watching. Why?
Well,
At
we
least
could always
he's
go on
not
patrol.
trying to compare you to that one. Never mind.
What?
I don't know. I think Frida could punch some sharks really good. Frida, you want to go punch some sharks? Save swimmers? We can do that for patrol tonight.
Don't you? Do you swim with your skill?
Oh yeah, it's incredibly easy.
You are strange.
Digger,
Well, it makes sense.
I
I mean, it feels.
I mean,
Go,
just don't just go punching sharks. That's not.
These,
oh yeah, I forgot. You kind of an environmentalist. Not bad.
besides, I vacationed in Iceland. They eat them.
That's fine. But you shouldn't just go randomly punching them for no reason.
We only punish those that tried to attack swimmers.
How do you know?
Well, I'm in the water.
Are you gonna just be in the water and wait around for one to try to attack someone and then punch it?
It's happened before. I will tell you about my vacation to California some other time.
Please. Okay, I don't think I can handle it. I just don't.
I mean, it's almost as good of a story as that time I broke into jail.
Broke in to jail.
Still waiting for an explanation on that.
That was her reaction.
You need to have head checked, I think.
Digger,
I had a very good reason.
I'm starting to believe Digger just makes things up.
No, this one is entirely true. I broke into a prison. I needed to talk to a guy.
Of course I know of course I know what that is. I'm a geologist.
No, Digger making shit up. No.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You say some crazy things, and then just.
It's been a crazy first year of superheroing. I mean, let's face it. I just punched zombies and an 8-headed snake tonight.
So what did you do in your first month? Because I've done these things already in my first month.
Holy shit, Frida's more metal than all of you combined.
I kinda started attacking people.
Why are you here then?
The frank and honest question.
Because I was doing my therapist said I was doing very well, and now I'm here to help.
Do you think this do look you good?
Well, I'm not like attacking people anymore.
But on the inside.
Matt, shut up. Mute yourself.
I'm trying.
But
Okay,
on the inside,
continue.
is this good for you? It help you deal with your situation and the green?
I mean, what?
The green?
About the green?
Color.
Yeah.
I mean, help you come to terms with what happened?
I mean, I wanted to help originally. It just got turned around. Sort of.
Man, you guys have had way more interesting first months. I just did a bunch of science experiments.
Well, according
and
to
then got beat up a
you,
lot.
you broke a guy out of jail and punched a shark. So, I mean.
Yeah, but not in my first month. Like after I developed my powers, I got sent to the outreach, and after like a month of asking the security chief how to teach me how to defend myself and do this crap, he finally relented and started kicking my butt on a regular basis until I learned how to dodge.
That's it. Security chief is now named Piccolo.
No, his name's in the his name's in the forum.
Josh, I will retcon the shit out of this. His name's now Piccolo. Because at this point, he can still have his other name. It's just whenever I say, yeah, that one guy Piccolo, you'll know now who I'm talking about because I'll never remember his actual name.
It has been obliterated by this.
It could be like Dave Piccolo or Larry Piccolo.
He also taught me how to break out of a 4-point grab. That's pretty cool. Oh, and also how to track people by their guns.
I had a little accident and then I turned into a plant. So it was really different.
Digger leans over to Frida and is like, any accident that turns you into a plant is not a very little accident.
Frida's actually getting really quiet and like she's pulled her legs up so she's like perched on top of her chair. First time I got angry and I was arguing with my friends, and I pushed one into a wall.
Through a wall.
Okay.
Well,
I'll stop with my commentary.
No, it's pretty good.
I mean, you know, sometimes these things happen, especially if you don't know what you can do. I don't really have any place to judge because I was kind of figuring out what I could do and still kind of lost it a bit. So,
Did you hurt anyone though?
yeah, a little bit.
That's a little.
Well, nobody died. So that's
That she
the
knows
important
of.
part.
I asked to try and understand because no one to talk to. Especially since apparently who I need to talk to is not going to happen.
What?
Oh yeah, you weren't here for that, right? Apparently, with Silver Lining's little like special eyes, he could see how her powers work, and said that apparently they're inherited, and that she needed to talk to her mom, who is no longer with us.
Oh.
I have no one to ask.
I just there was some grievous injuries. Let's just leave it at that.
See, if we were still on roll 20 when she said nobody died, I would have called for a bluff check.
Hey now, I wrote specifically into the story, nobody was dead.
That she knows of.
That she knows of. That's fair. If someone died in the hospital later, that's possible. And she just didn't necessarily hear about it.
I may have antagonists that hinge on this bit of information. I don't know, just saying.
Well,
It's okay.
well,
So long as none of
fine. I accept that.
so long as none of them have been dismembered to have their limbs replaced by powerful robot appendages, I think we'll be fine.
Well, his name was going to be Ajax, but okay.
This is a very specific example.
Are you
talking about Francis?
So Frida, with your problem, do you have any extended family? Aunts, great aunts,
No,
grandmother?
no. Mom, mother was only child, and Oma was very old and passed about a year before Muta.
I really don't think anything about what happened to me is really gonna help much with your thing. But if you think it will, then go ahead and ask. Whatever.
I am German. We ask for any bit of information to try and rationalize.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. But I mean, what happened to me really, it was, despite what Digger asserts, a little accident with big consequences.
But do you know it was possible with whatever happened? You could
Well,
see this.
no, I didn't know that it was possible.
But you knew why it happened.
I'm still not really sure why. I mean, I know what happened.
Bad English. You can pinpoint when the cause was.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
I woke up one day and this was happening.
I mean, at least I'm assuming the two incidents are linked. I accidentally smashed a petri dish and then got really sick and then woke up and I was a plant. So I'm assuming the two things are linked.
High correlation, though.
It is there. I mean, there was the accident, and then the illness, and then the change, and yeah.
And it's confusing now. I mean, if this, according to Raziel, is something that I would have been told about, why did she not express this to my father?
I don't
So,
know.
so he
Like
would know. I mean, what else was she hiding?
I'm going to say this, and I don't want to be mean exactly, but I don't. I'm not convinced that Raziel knows anything about anything.
It's more than anyone else has even attempted to tell me. And I asked when I talked to Hero Society. Say
Well,
anyone else like this?
that is a thing.
Excuse
Obviously.
me.
I don't know. I don't know what he knows besides hitting things with hammers and it getting exploded.
He must know
He apparently
something.
has he apparently has magic eyes that can see things.
Hmm.
He, hopefully, when I speak with him, he has more explanation.
Clearly, he can't see explosives.
You're still salty about that, aren't you?
Mm.
He blew us all up.
Then,
I think someone needs to probably sit him down and tell him as well that the the reason that we were upset that he didn't retreat is not because we didn't trust him or didn't believe he could be resolute in his task, but rather that we didn't want him to risk himself.
And also because if you guys had waited one more turn to call for help, and if I hadn't rolled up Jupiter of all people showing up, since he's kind of the closest thing the society has to a speedster, I was trying to think up ways how I could bullshit him not being sucked into the portal with the building. Just saying.
Well, I knew this was a thing. I think we all knew that was a thing.
mm,
I do
Anyway.
want to point out, though, that if you all had been attacking the bubble, you guys could have gotten through the bubble and stopped his spell.
I did it
Yeah,
faster.
and the nemesis happened.
Yes. No. Back into character. Hang on. Yeah. Now, you said that she didn't really leave you anything, but have you spent some time looking? Like, maybe your family left books on this situation.
We live in an apartment. There's no place to hide that. Mm.
Hmm, could have been left behind. Okay. If Raziel doesn't tell you of anything of yours, you come find me. And we'll do some digging. I'm good at digging. And I'm not talking about the literal sense.
I also just
I'm talking about the metaphorical.
want to throw out there that if this is one of those magic things, and we'll do a little digger finger waggling. It could be there only magically hidden? Maybe.
Could be, or it could have just been left at a previous home, or etc. You know, your mother might have had a safety deposit box that this is kept in. I've found stranger things.
We shall see. This has been quite the day for me, quite honestly. I mean, I just finished my exams 2 days ago and had a competition yesterday. Then my father's asked
And
me.
then you went and go ahead.
Then my father asked me if I had talked to the society of late, and I hemmed and hawed, as it were, and made sure to say that I was coming today.
And then you got to punch a giant lizard and then write on it. I mean, it's an experience. Something to tell your kids one day.
Annie, check your Skype.
At least you have a good home life, even if it's really full.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We shall see, but she's thinking. He said it was to the oldest woman in the family. If I have children, a daughter, she will have to do this as well.
Is that a bloodline thing? Because if it is, then you could always just adopt.
But I also have younger sister.
I believe
She's
that
getting
might
broody
be
again now.
So I believe that might be too heavy of a subject for right now. Forget I mentioned anything about children. Because that's a decision you have plenty of time to make.
Yeah.
And
But,
you shouldn't let it weigh you down now.
You know, occupational dangers notwithstanding.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not exactly like I was planning on not doing it someday either. It just it puts a new dimension on anything I do from here on out.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
I mean, please try and understand. You've had some time with all this. Me, I find out today how it happens, and a lot to take in, and then to do two things I didn't even know I could do it all today.
It's true. I did have a lot of time to myself.
Do you need a hug?
No.
I wasn't asking you.
Well, I think if it were up to me, we would go find the beer garden, have some drinks.
Totally up for that.
Why does everyone always
I
want to
think it
go
would beat the
out?
crap out of McDonald's. No.
I'm sorry, you were both talking. What did you say?
I said, why does everyone always want to go out?
And Josh?
I'm totally okay with that. It would beat the crap out of McDonald's.
We need to go find a stall. Best food at the stalls.
See, I don't even know what that means.
Food
But it
stall.
sounds good.
You have no way to come with? She says to Bindweed.
No, I have ways.
But to come out and see the town.
Technically, with your plant control, you can change your pigment. I imagine it's just a thing that she would have to also maintain.
Consciously.
Yes. only does so much to fix the flower hair.
They make room with projections, and they cannot make you something.
That's right. That Phalanx is a selfish asshole. Where's my fucking mobile projector, ass?
That's right. Jeez. Actually, I was not aware of that. It's not listed under plant mimicry anywhere, so I wasn't sure about that.
It's
Though, also, I had wanted to eventually talk to you because I had some thoughts about that, since it is really wide-ranging and doesn't necessarily cover everything.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I figured something like that, since literally, like the pig, it's not like she's taking morph where she can mystique her way through shit. She would literally just be going with, I'm now a white flower instead of a green flower.
I suppose that should look at least slightly more normal.
I mean, doesn't she? She has a fairly respectable number of points into bluff. She can use that to change her color, and then somebody's like, "Why is your hair made out of flowers?" She can just look at them and be like, "It's a
Wig.
hat."
Well, actually, her hair's not made out of flowers. It's just it's made of thin strands of petal-like
Oh.
material.
Oh, so you're pretty much straight up playing a Sylvari.
Kind of, except even more subtle.
Then
Like-
there you can fucking change your color. but yeah, it's just, you know, it'd be you have to maintain it. Like
Mhm.
if she's not paying attention, then she might start to fade back,
Mm-hmm.
which could be comical.
Also, we can see what happens when we get her drunk.
She's gonna turn all kinds of funny colors back. Guys, check this out.
Oh my.
I didn't know she could go tie-dye.
Like, yeah, I didn't picture like a Sylvari, like she doesn't have like leaf patterns all over her, and her head isn't like leaves or flowers. It's she's green now, and her hair is like has a petal-like consistency, but it's like thin strands.
Yeah.
Like hair, only made of petals, I guess. I don't know.
That's fair. So I guess Sylvaria is a terrible example, and more she is a dryad.
Sure, that works, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
Nope, it's valid discussion that should be had.
Maybe she hasn't realized she can do this yet.
She hasn't realized she can make plant turrets. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she hasn't quite realized the extent of her abilities.
So,
sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna like another out of character comment though. I'd given
Do
her
it.
past psychological what do we call that? Focus, I guess, on the fact that now she's green and all that.
True.
It may be, you know.
That's a fair point.
Fixation. There we go. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Discussions that need to be had so that you can decide where you want to take it.
In the butt.
What?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, so back to the in characters.
I think you should try asking, and that way you can have life outside of society. Hero society, that is. You already have life outside of society.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You don't
Sort of.
want more? You'd rather be part?
Don't know if that's a good idea.
Then why see shrink?
Because it was worse. There would be a worse idea not to.
Seems to me ultimate
I
way
believe
to... Josh, go.
I believe the word she's looking for is, if I'm making an assumption here, court ordered.
Ah,
That is kind of. I mean, not that I disagree with it, but yeah, that's kind of the crux of the matter.
still think that it would be good to aim to not just come to terms with where you're at, but see how much back of your normal life you can have. I mean, is that not what I should be looking for?
Well, I mean, you're not green, and you kind of had a
But with
normal
that thought, I
life.
can break anything I touch.
Oh, also as an aside, Annie, because I don't remember if it had been brought up or not, and bindweed, despite being green and everything, she's incredibly pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has 2 points spent into freaking attractive.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Lumen wants to like be around her all the time, because Lumen's like, I like looking at you.
I want to
Lumen
touch
is
you
a
inappropriately.
Lumen is a toreador. That's what Lumen is. Lumen's like, oh, it's so pretty. I need to be around it all the time, just like the angel guy.
You're so pretty, and you smell nice.
And that's why Lumen's a creep.
She's sneaking into the arbor all invisible, just to peep at bindweed.
When the petals are down, as it were.
It is established that Bindweed literally wanders around the arbor just butt naked.
Started as a joke, but it's become a thing. It was a joke. It was a joke made, and it's just become a thing. So, yes, when she's
So I
alone
like
in the
Lumen.
arbor, she's not wearing anything.
She's a nudist
And it was
superhero.
described. Have to say, it was described though to Frida as a public place where any of us can go.
Yep, but considering that bindweed,
She can talk to
essentially,
the plants.
she can talk to the plants, and she basically maintains and whatever the arbor. Otherwise, it's yeah, like she knows all the secret places, or at least maybe not secret, but so much as the hard to get to spots.
When you're in the middle of a giant greenhouse and you have the ability to step inside of one tree and step out of another, it's really hard for people to catch you with your pants down.
Or off, as the case may be.
Yes, Josh, I think they all got the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I think it could have been a little more blatant.
Well, I do stand by the notion that the joke is funnier when you explain it. Which is in itself funny because...
Because you
Moving on.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
So we're gonna go to Beer Garden.
Ah,
I just don't want to cause
Also-
a commotion.
Well, you know,
what time is it?
What time do you want it to be?
Really late, so everybody's super drunk and they won't even notice.
We asked the base what time is. The base is like,
It's really late, so that everybody's super drunk and nobody cares.
By this time they've all had, 4 or 5 rounds each. Yeah, we good. No one pay attention.
I guess so. Just have to borrow
Besides,
some
I mean,
regular clothing.
if we need to, we can go to Berlin. There are very interesting clubs there if we need to. Much more lights and dancing and loud music. Then nobody care at all.
They'll just think it's body paint.
Oh, like I said, I should probably borrow some regular clothing.
Hey, Cassie. Lumi gets a knock on her door at the base,
No.
and and Bindweed's like, "Can I borrow some of your clothes?"
No.
No, so I'm making an assumption. Never mind, Cassie. You don't get to be involved.
Bindweed, how do you want to get your clothes?
That would be. There we go. That's the correct question.
I don't know.
I mean, the quick and easy way is Lumen. She talked to me about getting set up and shopping and such.
I'm
Take it she has a lot.
back into character. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I mean, last time Lumen dressed Bindweed, she ended up with cupcakes on her boobs.
Mm,
This was like not.
I mean, I've seen some very questionable tastes at the clubs anyway.
That-
Just see if it starts a new fashion trend.
I
Maybe not you.
don't know. I mean, I want something that will not draw attention to myself, and she seems like the type who would wear a lot of things that would draw attention to herself.
You mean that her wardrobe may seem kind of
Flashy.
flashy?
But actually, I have a question. Like, what was Frida like? Like, is she tall? Is she broad?
She's so she's a dancer, like ballet and
Mhm.
and that. So
So
she's got some strength, but it's more built off of like
she's
despite the
rather
magical part.
thin
She's-
and wiry.
Yeah.
Okay. That's. Hmm. I'm trying to decide like whose clothes she would fit best in, because
Honestly, from how you described her, Lumen. You both have described your characters as being very hippie.
How tall are they? Like, how tall is Bindweed?
Oh, that's true. Bindweed's short.
yeah. And actually, I was going for, well, I mean, she's supposed to be thin but still kind of curvy.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely see that she used to be a gymnast, because that's where all the, well, she did some gymnastics, but not enough to like develop the full athlete's body, you know.
So she still had some curvature.
Yeah.
She didn't go pro because she actually had hips.
I'm like, yeah, like those gals, like they are solid, like straight blocks.
And it's all muscle. They will destroy you.
Mhm.
Yeah, no kidding. God.
I would be okay being bisected by those thighs.
But yeah, I mean, I figure she probably did some amateur gymnastics. It was probably, her mother probably considered it good for the pageant circuit. You know, as a talent or whatever. But she didn't do enough to develop a athlete's body, because that would also have been bad. At least according to her mother, who, you know, for a long time kind of ruled her life,
Pageant moms.
as the story goes.
So, I mean,
So yeah, I'm just trying to decide who's closer to her
Well-
size and shape.
Frida's pretty middle of the road height wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Bindweed's on the short side.
You can always roll a few things up, and well, if we need to, I'm sure some of them here knows how to sew. I mean, I can do a basic hem. Too many ballet outfits that needed a last minute stitch to stay in place.
So, like, if Cassie wants to get involved, we can still go ask her. I'm just saying. But I know she had like a headache earlier, so I don't know if she wants to put the headset back on and jump in here or not.
Or she can give just a description to Matt.
I suppose that is also true.
If she's still awake, did she go to bed?
Whoops, no, I muted and then answered. I said, no, she's drawn stuff. Like, hey, Cassie, would you like to make a short contribution to the scene with Bindweed borrowing clothes? It's okay to say no. If your head hurts, I will hand you this one. I have literally nothing to contribute other than just sit here and chuckle and make snide puns.
We're not even having an actual like combat. It's just a social scene.
So yeah. So what we'll go with then is you guys just like fuck it. We're gonna go talk to the fashionista, and so you guys knock on you guys go to the other side of the base and you knock on Lumen's door, right? Is that what we're gonna go with? Okay.
Yep.
Here she is.
Alright, hello.
Hello.
Hi. So, lots of things to think about, and we need to go out to the bar, to the hall. And I insist she come, and she points at Bindweed. But she needs clothes.
Wait. She points at Bindweed. You're gonna let me dress you?
And now suddenly Frida is understanding why maybe this was not a right idea.
No, she's like.
And down the hall, Digger just says, "And there it is."
No, I love how everyone is assuming that she's meaning it in like a negative way, and she's just
no,
really
like the
excited.
super excited. No, Frida sees an excited little like explosion about to happen of like, oh my god, yay! And like she's like, oh, this was maybe like something that's going to blow up in my face.
She's just okay. So Lumen's like, what kind of bar? A casual bar?
Beer hall. There's some place you go just
like
for
dance
whatever.
or
I mean, they'll probably have a polka band, but I mean that's par for course.
it's a casual.
Yeah, I mean, she was a little concerned. I told her we could go to Berlin and go to the clubs if she didn't want to be seen. I mean, no lights practically.
What time of year is
just
it?
like squeeing.
What time of year is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, whatever. It doesn't.
I think we went with it also being late summer, early fall before, and since it's been a couple months, it's conveniently November.
Anyway. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So, Lumen pulls Bindweed in, and Bindweed is green, right?
Yeah. Yes,
okay. She's given a once over, and then handed black leggings and you know those shirts that are like down to about mid-thigh, they're a little bit larger off the shoulder.
Tunic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tunic. Well, specifically that kind of tunic, like
the sort of oversized sweater dress tunic things.
Yeah.
I work in fashion retail.
I know that you know it, but I was trying to explain for Emily.
I am an extreme nerd. T-shirts and jeans. But no, I understand. I actually, like, I don't live under a complete rock or anything like that.
Okay.
So.
And a black tank top to wear underneath it. Because I'm... did I mention the tunic was maroon? I'm pretty sure that... It's maroon.
In
Like
maroon.
a complementing to your green, not a clashing with.
Well, she's
And
a fashionista.
and comfortable black shoes. Maybe boots or something. They are thrown at you.
I was expecting
Not-
like an 80s montage. No.
Turn in front of a mirror with this on. Turn in front of a mirror with this on.
Pretty much. Like we try something on, nope, doesn't work. Try something on, nope, doesn't work. And eventually the leggings and the tunic is what works.
It works because we say it does.
Because reasons.
Because I really, like, that was the first thing that popped into my head when I heard, green-skinned girl going out to a bar.
I mean, all right, thank you.
Is it the color? I mean, should it really bother you? We tell everyone who asks you from Reykjavik. Them Finns, I don't remember which country Reykjavik's in, but I mean, they're from
That's Iceland.
one or the other. we tell everyone you from there. Nobody think anything of them. They're all crazy. They believe in gnomes.
Pretty sure gnomes exist.
You from Reykjavik
I've met
too?
some fine and beautiful gnomes.
I'm just saying, anything can happen these days.
She does have a point.
We did just go beat up a giant 8-headed snake. No, I'm not letting that go.
So you don't like it?
No, it's fine. I might. Never mind. It's fine.
What?
It's good. I like it.
What's wrong?
It's nice.
What's
I don't
wrong?
know, it just might not be as nondescript as I would have preferred.
There's nothing fancy about that. I mean, the pants cover everything. There's no mini skirt up to your ass. I mean, everything is covered.
I suppose.
I mean, even those some people who don't like to wear leggings as pants. I mean, your rear end is completely covered. You can't even see anything.
I suppose.
I'm not gonna go and give you a burqa so nobody knows what you look like.
That's a shame, actually. It might have been good. Oh well. No, this is fine. I'm yeah, this is fine.
You look good. Like, really good.
Green. But yeah.
So what?
You're gonna stare at me.
Okay,
Have you ever thought of using those shape-shifty powers of yours to change that?
I don't shapeshift. What are you talking about?
I mean, you just went poisonous with barbs.
Well,
okay, but here's the thing. Who says that there is anything wrong with green? I mean, you look at some of these people.
Kermit, are you saying something wrong with Kermit?
Shut up, Matt.
sorry, I just have like Kermit. It's not easy being.
Like, have you ever actually looked at some of the heroes from the society? They go out in public.
I guess.
It is true.
There are
I'll tell
more
you.
and more and more people who are no longer the norm these days.
But I used to be the norm. Sort of.
What is the norm? You're better now.
I did once go out with that guy from Class C. You know, the dude who's just a brain in the jar with a bunch of with like robot tentacles. You know him? You remember him? Yeah, I went out drinking with that guy once.
How?
Holy crap! I've never seen a brain in a jar put away so many loggers.
You'd seen one put away loggers before?
You wouldn't think a brain in a jar could put away that
I'm
many.
sorry. That
a
would
brain
have
in
been
a
a
jar.
perfect time for a I'm a geologist.
We have to preserve the joke. That can't get that old. We need that for like actual dramatic scenes. Justifications of paying here for hero points. That's what we need for that.
All I'm saying, love, is you're gorgeous. And fashionable now, too.
She is right. There are many girls in the troops that I've danced with that would probably have tried to slash your face at some point and just called it an accident.
Man, Germans are
Jeez.
hardcore.
Yeah. Cutthroat business.
Yeah.
Of course,
Slashing is not the first thing that comes to mind when I look at her face.
No, they do it out of jealousy because they want to make sure she can't get the part that they want in the troop.
I'm still saying slashing is not the first thing that comes to mind.
Do you remember when this girl was like gun shy because we just went and fought some dudes? And now she's talking about ballet face. Honey, I'm sorry. That's a more dangerous profession than anything we do.
You just push someone down the stairs and they have sprained ankle for a while, then you're the understudy, so you get the part from them.
Anyway,
no, I actually kind of get it. Like, the girls on the pageant circuit can get pretty nasty. You gotta be sneaky, though.
It all has to be accident.
Anyway, guys, she points to Frida, and she points to Digger. Make sure she has a good time.
You want to come with too?
No, I can't. I have homework. Or else I would.
Too bad.
Thankfully, finals are done for now, and I can just wait until test results for the next week and a half.
Yeah, uni we're at a little different schedule. Anyway, you guys have a good time. You don't hide. She brought her hand up to her nose so that she could point at Bindweed, by the way.
But she looks at Digger.
Yes, ma'am.
Shrinking Violet.
Yes, ma'am. She's not gonna hide.
Right
no hiding for her.
She just grins. Now, out. I have to design something. Go.
Right, okay. Maybe next time.
No. Frida at this point is done. Grabs Bindweed and throws her over her shoulder and starts walking to the door.
No, maybe she could come next time.
Anyway, so I'm handing the headset back.
All right.
Still, Frida is done.
Digger just walks behind, watching this happen. Hey, look, Matt disappeared. Oh, too bad. Yeah, Digger just walks behind, watching this happen, staring, and kind of going, the outfit is a lot better than what I would have given you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
That outfit is a lot nicer than what I would have given you.
You give her boots and a jacket?
No, I have some things.
Many facets to you, is there not?
Oh, no, it's not my stuff.
A little hard to concentrate. Well, being
Carried like a sack of
hefted
potatoes?
in
Yeah.
such a way. I'm not sure if this is upsetting or never mind.
I switched headsets. I'm back.
Welcome back.
So Frida has just decided we're going drinking now, whether Bindley wants it or not, and literally threw her over her shoulder and started walking out the door.
I imagine in some small part of Bindweed's mind, she's okay with this.
She just admitted that too before you got on.
She's like, Digger was talking. She's like, I'm a little distracted right now. Like, I'm not sure if I'm upset by this or never mind.
Or if I'm going to need a few minutes of alone time, whatever you hear, don't open the door.
We're not gonna get that far because she's literally walking to the outside door.
Digger also admitted that somewhere in his room there's women's clothes, which are not his apparently.
Are you sure?
Frida just like shrugged and went, "Whatever you say."
Hey, what he does with his Saturday nights is none of Frida's business.
Nope.
That's right. Maybe he likes to go out dressed as the Queen of England and.
No. So out they go.
Considering I know the context for that, if nothing else, at least it's a dead sexy outfit.
You broke Annie.
I'm also getting a little tired, but I'm like, fuck it, I just want to role play.
Anyway.
Digger's dead girlfriend.
That he's still banging.
Could have gone the rest of my life and not known that, but I guess.
Not necessarily actually this Digger.
Well,
but
we'll leave it. We'll just leave it at that. You guys go to your bar.
And then I was figuring that could be the end of it because they're just gonna go have like just random social time, or we can keep going.
Yeah, that's probably a good place to end it.
Cool beans.
All right, well, broadcast ending to this addendum to episode 6.
You
Good night.
Socialize. Good night.
Drunk bindweed for everyone.